We're back with Alex Prokop, a Russian-born, Los Angeles-based author of Now You See It, a very interesting book about how the media was manipulated by communist regimes. Welcome to Bare Facts, Alex.
Pleasure to be here, Jack.
I love the book, Alex. It's fun, it's scary. What, do you have to be clairvoyant to figure out what they were telling you was truth or just propaganda?
Well, that's the thing about communist propaganda. People knew they were being lied to. They knew they couldn't trust the papers or later television, so they developed a second nature for digesting the facts. This picture was originally taken shortly after the Bolshevik Revolution at one of Lenin's rallies. To Lenin's left, you see the friendly figure of Leon Trotsky, one of his closest comrades in the revolution. After Lenin's death, Trotsky fell out of favor with Stalin, and this is the version of the picture as it appeared in Soviet history books. Stalin's propaganda office simply airbrushed Trotsky out.
This is preposterous and disturbing. I don't know how you people put up with this for, what, 80 years, knowing you're being lied to?
Well, there is a huge difference in knowing you're being lied to and not knowing. If you do know, you find other ways to seek the truth. If you don't know, you take everything for granted and stop asking questions. Which is the ultimate goal of propaganda.
We could never get away with that in this country. People would be up in arms. That's why we have a program like Bare Facts, facts only, and you, the viewer, can make up your own mind. Good evening. Welcome to Bare Facts America. Jack Mahoney here. Now, you know, the last thing I want to do is give a bunch of free publicity to idiots, but this time it's different. This time it's personal. The Sentinel. This time they've gone over the edge, and I'm talking about the September the 11th article. It was just released a couple of days ago. It created a huge controversy in the media. Well, we did a little investigating on our own, and it turns out Alex Prokop, who authored the article and has been on this show before, has just gone off the deep end. So we're calling in our noted expert on such matters, Dr. Benjamin Katz, the author of the definitive JFK assassination book, The Lone Gun. Dr. Katz, thank you for coming on Bare Facts once again. What do you make of this Sentinel article?
Well, Jack, this is really an example of irresponsible journalism at its worst. This is right up there with the Holocaust denials and the moon landing conspiracy theories. 9/11 is a day of infamy in American history, a national tragedy. Now, to be fair, the Sentinel article raises questions that we all have, including you, about those events. But rather than focus on the evidence provided to us by the 9/11 Commission, they go after minor players, so-called experts no one's ever heard of, cave dwellers, essentially, to match their theories to a hearsay.
And we found out that the August the 6th memo, this infamous memo, is simply a forgery? Is that right?
That's correct, Jack. The White House was very upset over that one, justifiably so. In fact, they're now suing the Sentinel for defamation.
So then it wouldn't be much of a stretch to assume that most of the reporting in the article is simply false.
When the key evidence they present is based on forgery, you can safely dismiss the rest of it as bunk. You know what the trouble is with conspiracy theorists, Jack? They can't accept the fact that large things can have very simple explanations.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Prokop declined our request for an interview. No surprise there, but we do have Ms. Georgia McGuire, the former editor of the Sentinel, who commissioned the article, with us. She's live from Los Angeles. Ms. McGuire, thanks for coming on Bare Facts. How do you feel about all this?
I feel the witch hunt has begun. I don't know how you can dismiss the entire article because of one memo.
Because it was a fake.
Well, the memo came to us late in the game and there was no time to verify it. That doesn't change the fact that what it says is true. If you compare it to White House records, which the Sentinel's lawyers just did, it says the same thing. The administration knew the attacks were imminent.
Memo? You know, I once got a memo that said Princess Diana didn't die in the car crash.
Is this a news show or a comedy act, Mr.
Look,
Mahoney?
Alex Prokop is being sued for plagiarism in relation to his most recent book. Now, do you, or more correctly, should I say, did you used to hand out the toughest assignments at the Sentinel to plagiarists, Ms. McGuire?
Alex Prokop is not a plagiarist. The lawsuit is simply part of a defamation strategy, and whoever faxed us that memo knew exactly what effect it would have. It's the most Rovian thing I've ever seen. We were simply set up.
Yeah, you know what your problem is, lady? You can't handle defeat. Now, the story's a bunch of bull. Just go ahead, admit it.
Why are you so afraid to talk about the facts?
Well, because there aren't any
9/11?
facts. Don't tell me about facts. This is a bunch of crap. Now you're legitimizing it and you're calling it investigative journalism.
Maybe you should just let your viewers decide instead of feeding them your opinion.
Well, I'll give you my opinion right now. Shut up!
Don't you tell me to shut up. When you were doing traffic reports in Akron, Ohio, I was dodging bullets in Beirut.
Come on, cut her mic. That's
Don't you
enough.
have a shred of decency?
Cut
People deserve
her
to
mic! Thank you. You know, when someone comes to your house and spits on your floor, you throw them out. Now, Ben, I don't know if they're just naive or simply stupid, but in my humble opinion, they do just as much damage as the terrorists.
The more nonsense comes out in the press, the harder it will be to find the ultimate truth. But the core facts are unassailable. 19 hijackers crashed 4 planes that day. Nothing will ever change that fact.
You're absolutely right. Certainly not a second-rate journalist like Alex Prokop, whose only book, as it turns out, is a plagiary. Mr. Prokop, I have this to say to you. Go back to Russia. We'll pay for your ticket. Thank you, Benjamin Katz, once again for your expertise. Hope to see you soon.
Pleasure as always, Jack.
This is Jack Mahoney. The program you've been watching is Bare Facts, where you, the viewer, can make up your own mind. Good night.